Infertility is a difficult topic. It is a hard topic many people don't talk about because of the stigmatization attached to infertility. Most women think that, when you speak about it, it's not something to be spoken about. They feel it's like a taboo to talk about infertility. And when I decide to talk about infertility, I know I'm helping a woman who needs to hear this. And today I'm going to talk about eggs. Why you should freeze your eggs. I'm going to use my own story to share this. And I'm also going to tell you the way I went about mine. I am a single girl, intentionally single, living in Nigeria, a farmer and a creator. And recently on YouTube. When I hit 30, I decided to make a life-changing decision because I was aware. As you all know, if you go down my post, you will see that I have done fibroid surgery 3 years ago. And after that, I went for another surgery. I had a gastrointestinal obstruction, which means when you have adhesions due to surgery, it twisted my intestines, which led me to have a surgery to untie my intestines. There's a reason I am here. Somebody somewhere will share this video so that women would understand, so that women can know. Another reason that led me to share this journey of infertility is seeing Toke Makinwa. Some days ago, Toke unveiled her pregnancy. She's pregnant and everybody was so happy. The reason people were so emotional towards Toke's pregnancy reveal is because she was vocal about her infertility. She was vocal about her journey, both from when she got married. She was vocal about her struggles, even trying to, get a child and everything. And to seeing her pregnant now, for me, it was amazing. Tears dropped from my eyes, seeing Toke at 40 years being able to carry her child. That is why I now said, let me come out here and tell my own story. Somebody here might gain 1 or 2 things from this video. Please, this video is not only for those that are looking for a child. This video is for any woman you know that wants to have a child in the future, not only now. 18, 20, 30. If you ever want to have a child, listen to this video. This topic concerns every woman. So today I want to talk about egg freezing, why it's important to freeze your eggs. And this is how I will start it. There is a limited amount of eggs in every woman's body. How should I explain this? When you are born, you're born with a certain number of eggs. This number gets depleted over time. You can be born with 800 eggs. By puberty, it can get down to even 300. Before you hit 30, it will be diminishing. This is backed by science and it is backed by facts. Every woman is not the same. Some women might have more eggs. We never know. Why some women, their own reserves, it would deplete. But whether every woman's egg reserve would deplete as they get older, yes. But how fast is what we do not know. And the age decline. But the general statistics for the age decline of a woman's egg starts from 30. These days, it starts earlier. That is why I am here to say, when you get to 30 years, start thinking of freezing your eggs. If you look around us now, the cost of, infertility, it is high. One in every woman knows somebody that is battling with infertility. If you want to have children later, even if you are married and you don't want to have children now because you and your husband are planning, or you're a single girl and you're waiting on the Lord and you want to get married, but the person is not forthcoming and you are close to 30, start thinking of freezing your eggs. Remember, this is just for who needs to hear this. It's not one size fits all. I know some people will come here and say, but my auntie had a child when she was 43. My mother took in when she was 45. That is why I said not all women are the same. But at the same time, we have younger females that we know at 30 looking for a child. We have women that have stayed for 10 years, 15 years, they are looking for a child. Does that measure up? It doesn't. And that is why I am making this video using my story. After the surgeries I did, I was aware. I decided to freeze my eggs because I know that by age 30, you will have to make life decisions for your eggs. I didn't want to know whether, even if I want to have a child at 40, at 50, at 45, that my eggs will still be available. I didn't want to take that chance. When you freeze your eggs, you're just making your chances higher, just in case. What did I do? First, you will go for a test called AMH test. This test shows the level of the eggs in your body This test is done through blood, like vein. Any lab does this AMH test. Now, when you get this test done, you can take it to your gynecologist or your doctor to interpret, and they say, oh, your egg reserve is okay. Normally, they have range. In the lab that I went to, they would give you all the ranges, 20 to 25 years. You will see the egg reserve range. That will show you how egg has to do with our age. 25 to 30, you will see the egg range. You will see the markers going down, but that's the egg range. You're still in the normal egg range. So if your result comes out, and according to your age bracket, you are 28, and it falls between 25 and 30, and let's say 1.8 mg. This is for example. So let's say between 25 and 30, the egg range for that age might be, let me just call it 500 units, but it's not done in units. I just want everybody to actually understand that. Let's say that unit is 300 to 500 units. Now, if you fall in between that, let's say you have 340 units, it means that you're safe now because you fell into the age range of 300 to 500 units. I don't know if you get this simple explanation. This is just for explanation, and please, we do not use units. I'm just using units so that people can understand me. So the first thing you will do is to go for a test. It's called an AMH test. This test determines the egg quality in your body and the number of eggs you have, and if you're in the normal range according to your age. If everything pans out and you're okay and you're in the normal range according to your age, you will now look for any fertility clinic. Please ask around. All over Nigeria, because of the high rates of infertility, I'm sure you'll be hearing surrogacy, IVF clinics. There are a lot of clinics that are into freezing of eggs. So you find a reputable one around your area or anywhere or in your state where you stay. So the next step you will do is when you get to the clinic, they might still rerun that test on you. And if it pans out, what they now do is they give you some injections. When you're ready to harvest your eggs, you'll be giving shots to yourself, or you'll be coming to the hospital and they'll be giving you these shots. While they're giving you these shots through your tummy, it's like a submucal injection. What does it do? It stimulates your ovaries. It makes them produce more eggs. This is because they want to harvest your eggs. They want to kickstart your ovaries so that it produces more and they see more to harvest. This is standard procedure. During that process, it can last from between day 1 to day 7 or maybe day 1 to day 10, as the case might be. Mine lasted for about 10 days because they'll be checking in between. You'll be going for vaginal scans, intravaginal scans, because they'll be checking how the ovaries are getting mature. When they have seen that there are enough mature follicles, it's called follicles at that stage, then it is time to harvest. You would come on the second day of your period to start these injections. At least for me, I came on the second day of my period and I did these injections and I started my process. I don't want to talk about payments here because every hospital varies and you can have a payment plan. After I was done, mine lasted for 10 days. I know somebody that has lasted for 7 days. It just depends because they'll be checking. So when you are ready, they said, okay, we are ready to go. Let's go and harvest. We've seen some mature follicles and all. Now, I was scared when it was time for me to harvest because first they took me to a room and I wore those theater gowns, because you strip yourself naked. I wore the cap. And at that point in time, I was worried because it was giving me flashbacks of my surgery, but they were like, no, you're not being cut open. Nothing is happening. There's no tear coming on your skin. There's no blood going to spill. They will be going in through your vagina to harvest your eggs. But please, when they go in through your vagina to harvest your eggs, I know the question you want to ask. Will I be awake? No, you will not be awake. They will give you an injection through your vein. This injection makes you sleep and you will be sleeping throughout the whole procedure. The only thing I could remember was that I was lying on the table and they will hang your legs like on both sides. The nurse or anybody taking the eggs, they will give you an injection on the table so you won't even know what's happening. Before you know, you slept. This procedure did not take less than 15 minutes and you're out. Before you know, I was back in my room. They're not cutting you. Nothing is happening. I did not feel pain during this procedure. I was asleep when they reached into me. Now, when they harvest your eggs, you would not know the amount of eggs you have yet because they will be looking for the most mature ones. So they will leave it for some time. It's a process. They can harvest 20 follicles, 10, 15, it doesn't matter. When those eggs are harvested, there's a process. That process can take about 2 days where they'll monitor it and then they see which ones mature. Out of 20, 15 can be matured, depending. Remember, you were stimulated. Remember, you have many eggs. So you are picking the best out of the lot. They'll call you back some days later and tell you we could get 10 mature eggs. Now, if you're married, this is where it gets better. If you're married, or if you're not married and you have a partner that's willing to go on this journey with you, maybe not now, maybe you guys don't have money for now, or maybe you guys are chasing other dreams and you just want to have like at least a safety net that if I cannot get pregnant for any reason, I have eggs somewhere. What do you use now? You bring your partner's sperm, they fertilize it there, and it turns into an embryo, which is even better because an embryo is a baby, and then they freeze it. Now, for people who do not have partners, they just want to freeze their eggs just in case, then I will advise you, they can still freeze your egg like that. So they'll pick the best and they'll freeze your eggs. I know some people here will be thinking, what's the price? Oh, this is a rich man's thing. Oh, I don't have the money. It is not a rich man's thing. It is not even as costly as the hairs you buy for 800k, 1 million. I don't want to call some prices here. Every hospital varies, so it's good for you to do your search and know where you're keeping your eggs. For some hospitals, it's about 400,000 for 6 months or 7 months. So you can understand, for a year, it can be 500,000. It depends on the hospital, like to freeze your eggs. If you're paying 500,000 to freeze your eggs for a year, if you divide 500,000 by 12 months, that is even less than 100,000, or until you're ready. For some, it is 300,000. Please just do your findings. I'm not here to call numbers. I'm just here to just speak on the benefits of freezing your eggs. If you can buy hairs or shoes or the good things in life, dear, this lessens your chances of worry. This lessens your chances of desperation. I'm not married. When will I start having kids? And this gives you option. This is good for those who want twins. If you want twins or you want triplets, when you have your eggs already stored, you can tell them, you can determine for yourself how many kids you want per se. Let me break this down. Normally, if you are being fertilized through the normal way, which means when you're having sex with your partner, the sperm swims towards the egg and it fertilizes 2 eggs, it swings. So that's how it normally goes. Now, with the IVF, if you're the one that you want to carry your child, you will now go back to the hospital and ask for your eggs. They give you your eggs. Now you can say, instead of putting 1 back inside me, I want to put 3 inside of me, just to give myself more chances when the sperm meets the eggs to have multiples. So yeah, that's how it's done. Also, if you have embryos, you can say, I want to put inside me, because you want twins. So in that way, it is done in a kind of mechanical manner, but you're 80% sure that those eggs that they put mature to babies. If you are also looking for a surrogate to carry your child, you have fertility issues, for some funny reason you've been trying naturally and you've been having miscarriages, open cervical circlage, you can now say those eggs should be put in your surrogate. It is not your surrogate's egg. So it can see how it makes surrogacy easy. They carry your egg or your embryo. In that case, if it's you and your husband's sperm already mixed, like I explained, and they put it into the surrogate, directly into her. With some days, they come for tests and they confirm pregnancy, and that is it. Then the 9 months begins for your child. I hope I explained this thing very well. I don't know how to break it down again, but if you have questions, please ask me in the comment section. I am here to help. I'm here to educate. It's not only here that we'll talk about farm, we'll talk about lifestyle. I also want to talk about health. I also want to talk about things that matter, things people will listen to and be encouraged. Now look, there's a stigma that actually surrounds freezing of eggs, surrogacy. I am trying to tell you that rid yourself of that shame, dear woman. Do what is best for you. Do what you want to do. Your life is in your hands. There are different ways now to have kids. There are precautionary measures now you can take to have kids. Imagine if you're 30 or 31 years old and you know that you have 10 kids, 7 kids freezing somewhere. It doesn't mean that you might even use them. You might get married later, or you might want to have children later when you're more financially stable and you have sex the normal way and taking. You might not tell them that, oh, I don't want the eggs again. Now, let me tell you, there are many reasons why some women can't get pregnant. Some people, it's not by age now. PCOS, endometritis, hormonal imbalance, nobody knows whatever cases they are suffering from. So when you have your egg somewhere, doesn't it make your chance better? Look, I've seen women take fertility things just to increase their eggs. Please go and ask. We don't talk about these things enough. People don't come out to say their stories. They'll be looking for children with torchlight because they're looking for how to increase their eggs. They're looking for how to boost their fertility. But when you are frozen your eggs somewhere, my dear, you do not need too much. Somewhere you know that you have kids. Imagine you have frozen your embryo. I have 6 embryos somewhere. They are already babies, embryo, just need to be put inside me when the time is right. At 40, anytime you are ready, there's no pressure. This page is a broad page. It's a page where I support if a woman says she doesn't want to get married. It's okay. If a woman says she wants to get married, it's okay. So that is why I am here saying both partner and married people. That's why I keep on using these terms, because I might be talking and somebody else might be watching and the person might not even want to get married. They might just want to have a child. So this will also give her own option that you can have a child. You can freeze your eggs, and anytime you need those eggs, you can put inside you and carry your child. If you want a surrogate to actually carry your child, you can put it inside the surrogate and the surrogate carries your child. This life is not hard. It's what we make of it. It's how you want to live your life. Nobody cares outside. It is just talk. Just go to fertility clinic around your area, and you will see the amount of couples, not old people, young people, married people, partners, women looking for a child. Because I don't know what's going on with our society. The rate of infertility has risen. So these are things we can use to combat that. A word is enough for the wise. It's good that you start early. If you're in your 30s, please start and freeze your eggs. Remember, before you freeze your eggs, do that test. That test will determine how far or how low your eggs are. And maybe in another video, I will talk about those people who have low eggs, how to boost your eggs. Just maybe not, because it's not founded. But there are some roots and things people take that are natural things that helps the woman body to boost their eggs. This thing is not foolproof, but this is just me sharing knowledge in the boosting of eggs. But the egg freezing is 90% foolproof, because you are sure that you have babies somewhere just waiting when you are ready. Whether you want to carry your child or you don't want to carry your child, there's an option. You want to carry your child, they put the eggs back into you. You do not want to carry your child, they put the eggs into your surrogate. Anyhow, anyway, it is a backup plan. If you love this video, please do well by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'm happy to share this knowledge with you. Thank you, and see you guys next time. Bye.